Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, the 15th, guys. The 15th. Only 16 days left in this month. The 15th of March. Oh my gosh, guys, 1 month till tax day. Oh, this year's going fast. I told you. Hang on, guys. This whole year is going to go remarkably fast. Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for this Monday, the 15th of March 2021. Oh my goodness, it jumped out, guys. Oh my gosh. Look at these two trees hugging. I hope you can see this. These two trees are embracing. This is a blessing in relationship. A current relationship is reflecting something that is wounded inside you. A wound from long ago, perhaps even from a past life. Look within. Find the part of you that is wounded and send it love. All will heal, and you will be stronger and wiser for it. Namaste. Oh my goodness. If any of you are struggling or questioning your relationships, listen to this blessing. Open your heart. A blessing in relationship. A current relationship is reflecting something that is wounded inside you. A wound from long ago, perhaps even from a past life. Look within. Find the part of you that is wounded and send it love. All will heal, and you will be stronger and wiser for it. Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That was a beautiful card. And like I said, if any of you are struggling, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, guys. This could be a romantic relationship. It could be a familial relationship. It could be a friendship relationship. But if you have pain or if you're suffering in some kind of way, send yourself some love. Send your hurt parts some love. Okay? We have to do this. And if you don't understand what that means, the simplest way I can explain for you to send love to yourself, two ways. First thing, look in your mirror and tell yourself that you love you. Tell yourself that you like you, that you support you, that you will never let anybody hurt you. That's the first thing. And then once you've met yourself, send yourself love. Tell yourself many times a day that you love you. Just say, I love you. Every time you pass your reflection, say, I love you. Anytime a negative thought creeps into your mind, say to yourself, I love you. I'm worthy. Okay? Don't beat yourself up. You must be your biggest cheerleader, because then you can spread love around. You can spread it like butter, but you can only do that if you love yourself first. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I've got lots of questions today. Well, not lots, but I've got some really good questions today. And guys, if you could please drop questions for Wednesday in the comment section, greatly appreciate it. Things are happening quickly, so I'm going to jump right in here. I'm going to do more I think more channeling today, just because a lot of these questions, I'll use the tarot for support, to try to help me get going. But a lot of these questions are more insightful channeling type questions, things that are hidden from all of us. Okay, the first question is from Eclectic Witch, and this is an excellent question. Her question is about the border children, about the children. We all know that President Biden is allowing migrants into the country, which is a wonderful thing. It's just made 100 times more difficult because of COVID. Okay, remember, we've only been in COVID since 2000, for us since 2020, okay? These kids at the border have been there. Some of them have been down there for almost 2 years, okay? Because they got turned away and pushed back into Mexico. So a lot of these people were homeless, countryless, living in squalid conditions, still are living in squalid conditions in Mexico and along our southern border. The borders are now opened, and now a lot of children, unaccompanied minors, are coming into the country. So, Eclectic Witch's question is, what is happening with the border kids? Is there abuse? Is it being investigated? So I'm going to do a deep dive into the border children, into the migrant children at our southern border. And guys, if we need to change the way that we speak. We need to change the way that we identify people. Nobody, number one, is illegal. And people who are trying to come into this country are called immigrants, not illegal immigrants. Immigrants. People who come through a border checkpoint are immigrants or migrants. And that is 100% legal. What's going on is legal, okay? So we need to be careful about how we label things, especially people, because people are number one, people, okay? I'm going to get off that soapbox now. Let's see. Dear spirit guides. Okay. All right. Don't know why that everything just knocked over. Give me 1 second to pick that up. Oh my goodness. Okay. The strangest thing just happened. I'm going to show you this, guys. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put this down so you can see my hand. Okay. These are my dividers for my book. If you wonder how I get to all the cards so quickly, it's because they're all divided by suit. This book, these were all in there. This book has fallen probably 100 times, and not one of, well, maybe one has fallen out. This time, I didn't touch it. The book flew off the table, and all of my placekeepers fell out. So I'm going to assume that this is the universe telling me that maybe today I'm not going to need the book. So we'll just close it and put it over there. Okay. Now, back to the question. Back to the question, okay? The border children, dear universe, creator, spirit guides, please tell us the fate of the migrant children at the United States southern border. Please tell us what is happening, what is going to happen. There's so much sadness at the border. People are happy that the border is open, but these people are understanding what's going on too. The children that are being held at the southern border, because there's no sponsors, no families for them to go to. Okay. So they're being held in the same facilities that people have been held in this entire time. So the first thing is, don't listen to the rhetoric. Okay. Know that the same facilities that these people were held in are the same facilities that these people are being held in. So the same facilities that these people have been living in for the last 4 years are the exact same facilities that these children are in now. They are being fed. They are being cared for. Um, they're trying to find sponsors. They're trying to find places for these children to go. They can't just let them into the country and turn them out on the street. So there needs to be, they're working on a way to streamline this, and this is going on. This is going on. There's a lot of work being done about the southern border. Okay, and I did see the news this morning, so I know that President Biden has activated FEMA to help them deal with the border issues. But what I feel, Eclectic Witch, is that these children, when this is said and done, these children will be admitted into the United States. That loving families will adopt and help a lot of these children. You know, churches, I see services that are going to step up. The only problem is the timing right now, and that's only because of COVID. The COVID is just compounding problems because you can't let that many people into the country with no place to go, while Americans are being evicted from their houses because they can't pay rent. The thing with these people, a lot of these people coming to the United States through the southern border, is that a lot of these people came here with the intention of doing migrant and seasonal type of farm work, which will in turn provide at least temporary housing for a lot of families as they move around with the planting seasons, because that's how it works, guys. These migrant and seasonal farm workers go to where the harvest is, so they move constantly. Okay. Eventually, this will get to a position where it will be more manageable, but that's further on down the line. What I feel is going to happen is that the FEMA administration is going to, there's going to be jobs that come out of this, guys. There's going to be lots of jobs that are going to come out of this. I feel like they are going to start opening centers, not just for migrant and seasonal farm workers, but for struggling Americans. But in the wake of COVID, this is something that is a little bit delayed because of the pandemic. You can't put a whole bunch of people who you don't know their status in a building to live together during a massive disease outbreak. But in the future, what I see coming is that this country, for once, we are going to be proud. We are going to be proud to be Americans for what we are, what is about to happen, because it's going to revolutionize how migrants are received and treated. But it's going to create jobs. And this is taking big warehouse buildings that are empty and turning them into sustainable living facilities, not lockdown facilities. No. Facilities, I want to say almost like giant hostels, but there's going to be room for lots of people. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of money. But there's a lot of people who are going to put money behind this because it will work. Not lockdown facilities, not jails, housing facilities, long-term housing facilities that allow people to come and go, to have jobs, and to build a future in this country without having to start out homeless. Okay, I know that was long, but there it is. There it is there. Okay, my next question is from Danielle R. And Danielle says that Kentucky passed a bill making it a crime to insult a police officer. She would like to know, how will this end up in the Supreme Court? What's going to happen with this bill? Because it does kind of infringe on the freedom of speech. That's the First Amendment. Now remember, the freedom of speech, you have the freedom to say anything you want to say. That's the truth. However, you do not have the freedom from the repercussions of what you say. So you can't, you can say fire in a theater. However, when the police put you in handcuffs and take you to jail, you can't say, you can't do anything to me. That's my freedom of speech. Yeah. You used your freedom of speech when you hollered fire. But because you caused a panic, you created a crime. You are not free from the consequences. So let's get that first. You are free to say anything you want. You're never free to just get away with saying whatever you want. That's the first thing. But this question is it's a great question. How will this Kentucky bill making it a crime to insult a police officer? And that's the big thing, because a police officer can now, what's going to hurt their feelings? So if you tell him, if you say, you're chicken, is that an insult? Is that enough to arrest somebody? Yeah, I didn't think about that. This is an excellent question, Danielle. How will the Kentucky bill making it a crime to insult police officers, how will this bill turn out? Okay, here we go, guys. How will the bill making it a crime to insult a Kentucky police officer turn out? First card, we get the King of Cups. This is a fair, honest man, okay? Lover of money, crossed by justice. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. And I'm panicking here without my book, guys. I'm not even going to lie. So I'm going to open my book and I'm going to do my best to do what I can do with it. Okay. The third card above, we get the Wheel of Fortune. Kind of wish I had asked a yes-no question. Got a bunch of yeses here. So the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune card, this is everything coming to a head. This is karma. This is Wheel of Fortune. Where you at? Number 10. You are destiny, fortune, success, and luck. Hope that's not saying that this bill is going to be successful. But we get the temperance card too. We've got 3 yes cards here. And we got justice. And since part of this question was what will happen in the Supreme Court, guys, this might be a very bad bill that actually gets passed. Okay, so we've got justice, we got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got temperance. The 5th card, we get the 5 of Swords, the mutiny card. I think this is going to be more important here. But let me continue. I think I need to pull, and I do. I need to pull all 10 so that I can read this completely laid out, and I'm glad I did. Okay. I wish I could do like the other readers do and show you. I'm going to try here. Bear with me, guys. Nope, can't see it. Can't tilt the laptop over far enough, guys. But anyway, that's okay. That's okay. I'll just pick them up and do it like I normally do it. We won't change a whole bunch of stuff here. Okay. On this read, this is what I got. First two cards, we get the King of Cups, good, fair, honest man, crossed by justice. Okay. Justice is equity, righteousness, and the executive. Above, we get the Wheel of Fortune. This is karma. In the fourth house, we get temperance. Things needing to be brought back into balance. So the reason that this bill even came into being was because of officers reacting to what people are saying. Now, like Danielle said, what does this do with freedom of speech? Now, we know that we've heard people talk crap to cops. I'm sure some of us have done it ourselves. The freedom, like I said, freedom of speech does not protect you from the repercussions of that speech. But an insult, that is a personal thing. So what this spread is telling me that if this does make it to the Supreme Court, it's not going to have a good standing the way that it is written now. And I'll say that because this is the fifth and the sixth. We've got mutiny, we've got people walking away from leadership, and we've got obstruction. This obstruction is a block. So this is people saying no, and this is people saying no and blocking the way. Okay? So I don't think this is going to get as far as people think it will. Why? Because it will open up a can of worms on what police can charge people with. Because now it'll be about, well, you hurt my feelings. The police officer, you hurt my feelings, you're under arrest. You insulted me because you didn't do what I said, or you told me no. This is what's going to happen, guys. Okay. The seventh house, we get the Knight of Swords. This is going to go through the court system very quickly. Okay. It's going to make it through the court system very quickly, and it will go to court. Kentucky is going to sign this into law. Yeah, they are. And then it is going to get challenged every time a police officer arrests somebody for an insult, and it's going to cost the districts. It's going to cost them dearly because they will be sued left, right, and center, because you can't make a law on how you feel about something, about the way somebody says something to you. Stay with me, guys. Okay. Eighth house, we get the Six of Cups. This is the childhood, the happy childhood, happiness, sharing, children, playing. This is important. Who do you get to arrest? Everybody? Do you get to arrest children? The ninth house, we get the Two of Rods, holding the weight of the world in your hands. Interesting. Okay, this is because this is waiting. This is patience. This is things that are coming. This is how heavy this decision is going to be. Was it the right decision? It's going to take time to see how everything is going to work out. And in the end, the 10th card for this question, we get the Nine of Swords. We get the anxiety card, because this is what this bill is going to cause. It's a chaotic bill. It's going to cause chaos. And this is another way of controlling the masses by a police officer being able to tell somebody, stop talking or I'm going to arrest you. Okay, and that's exactly where it's going to go. Stop talking or I'm going to arrest you. And they can use, he insulted me, as a reason. I don't see how you can use an insult as a justification for an arrest or even a citation. But it will, Danielle, it'll go to the courts and it will get hammered. They're going to, if they're going to keep it, they are going to have to write it a whole different way. But Kentucky's going to pass this. Well, they've already passed it. They're going to pass it into law, and then they are going to go broke trying to defend it. Let's just put it that way. Okay, my next question is from Marian F. And Marian's question is the current vaccine, are the current vaccines strong enough to fight these variants that are going on? Are the current vaccines strong enough to fight the variants that are going around right now? Are the current vaccines strong enough to handle all the variants that are going around? Is the current vaccine strong enough? Here we go. First question. First card, we get the Empress. This is ignorance and doubt, crossed by the Four of Pentacles. The little emperor protecting all of his assets, hoarding everything he's got. Third card, what is above? We get the Magician. Skill, sickness, and loss. Okay, and sickness is in the definition of this card. Fourth card, we get the 10. This is the end of a cycle. Okay, this is the Republican happy family, but this is the end of a cycle. The fifth house, we get the 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold. Okay, this is destitution. This is also, look at sickness, illness, injury. The sixth card, we get the 7 of Wands, the fighting off of opposition. The seventh card, we get the Hierophant. Okay, this is material happiness. I say yes. Eighth card, eighth house, we get the 8 of Wands. Things moving swiftly. Ninth house, we get the Coffin card, the 4 of Swords, the Hermit's Repose. Guys, this is interesting, okay? And I'm not using that Hierophant as a yes because I never have before. But if we look, we're at the 9th card now, and we've got fighting, we've got sickness, we've got destitution, okay? And we've got death. The 10th card, we get the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Everything's going to be all messed up today. King of Pentacles is valor, intelligence, business, and normal intellectual aptitude, mathematical skills, and success. So, Marian, unfortunately, I am going to say no. The current vaccines will not cover all the variants. Remember this. Every time the disease goes into somebody's body, it mutates. Okay? Every single time, it mutates. Your disease is designed to you. When you catch it, it does to you what it does to you. What it does to you, it doesn't do to the next person. You know, your body will mutate it before you pass it off to somebody else. This is happening. Guys, we're still over 1,000 deaths a day. We're still over 2,000 people contracting this virus a day. If people do not take advantage and get the inoculation, those people who are not inoculated, who continue to catch this virus and mutate it, are doing a disservice to the entire United States. Okay? I must say it that way. And I know there's probably some of you out there who are saying, I don't want to get this vaccine, I don't trust it, yada, yada, yada. Whatever. That's your choice. That is your personal choice. However, If you are not getting inoculated and you refuse to wear a mask, I'm going to say it just like this. You're a murderer. If you refuse to get inoculated and you wear your mask and you social distance, I'll call you responsible. Okay? I think that's fair. Okay? I think that's fair. Because it's not about me. Okay? This virus, this is why it is spreading the way that it is because everybody is so into how this is going to affect my life, not how it's going to affect the world, but just how it's going to affect me. And then we see people who say, well, it's uncomfortable and I don't want to wear a mask, and whatever your reasons are, whatever their reasons are. The point is, we know that wearing the mask slows the transmission. We know that social distancing slows the transmission. For those of you who have been wearing masks and going to the grocery store for an entire year and haven't got sick and nobody in your family has got sick, congratulations. You proved that wearing a mask and social distancing works. Okay? And for some of you who have gone out and caught the virus even though you had your mask on, I know. But you had your mask on and you did what you were supposed to do. I don't want to rant about this, but I kind of think somebody needs to, because it's not about your comfort. You get in your car and you put on your seatbelt. Nobody wanted to do that way back in the 70s. Nobody wanted to wear a seatbelt. But guess what? They made it a law. Everybody wears a seatbelt. You get in the car, you don't even complain about it anymore. Okay? This is just like that. It's for safety. Nobody's putting anything into your body. Nobody is forcing you to drink something. They're simply asking you to loop a piece of fabric over your ears and cover your mouth and nose. If that's too difficult, then maybe you should live in a place where there's no people, all by yourself, and then you can do whatever you want to do and not have to worry about nobody else. Okay, that was an angry rant. I'm sorry. Okay. My next question is about Marionette Miller Meeks. I don't know if any of you have ever heard that name before, but Marionette Miller Meeks is a Republican representative from Ohio who won last year by a margin of 6 votes. Six votes. 6 votes. And the state of Iowa did not recount. Now, the challenger, the Democratic challenger, Rita Hart, says that all the votes weren't counted, and she's made a complaint to Congress. Congress agrees with her, and the Republicans are saying, oh, you guys are just whining, trying to steal another election. Okay, so let me see how I'm going to ask this question. How's this? Will Marionette Miller Meeks' congressional win be overturned by the Iowa vote, by an Iowa recount? Will Marionette Miller Meeks' appointment to Congress be overturned by an Iowa recount? That's a great question. Here we go. Will Marionette Miller Meeks, God, that's a powerful name, guys. Her mother spent time investigating that name. That's a powerful name. Marionette, and it's Mary Annette. So I'm saying marionette, like a little dancing doll, but it's Mary Annette. Okay. Yes. Mariannette. Marionette. That's some good wordplay. Marionette Miller Meeks. Will she be recalled due to a recount? Here we go. Whew. here we go. First card again, we get that 3, the Empress, ignorance and doubt. That. Second card, we get the Death card. The 4 of Swords, or Hermit's Repose. Third card above, we get the Magician. This kind of saying I didn't shuffle these very well. Okay, I'm going to try this again, guys. These are all the same cards from the last time. So let's try this again. Will Marian F. Meeks be overturned due to a recount? Will Marian F. Meeks election be overturned due to a recount? Will Marian F. Meeks appointment to Congress be overturned due to a recount? It's kind of weird that this hasn't already gone to court. This is late. Usually that's handled within like the first 90 days. But I know Iowa is a Republican stronghold, so they probably just ignored her. So, will Marian F. Meeks appointment to Congress be overturned because of recount? Okay, here we go. First card out. New one, King of Swords. Here we go. King of Swords is power, command, authority, intelligence, and law. Crossed by, oh my goodness, look at this. The 3 of Pentacles. Secret meetings, guys. People are talking about this. Secret meetings. Dark money. Look at this. We get a yes. We get a yes. Marian F. Meeks is going to be overturned to a recount. Let's pull all 4. Let's pull all 4, or all 6. The fourth card, the distant past. Now we get the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is light, truth, and public rejoice. Get it, tarot? Okay. Then we get, now see, this is why I love tarot. Now, this card came back, but it came back in reverse, which means it was supposed to be here. Just like the Empress card, she came back in reverse. So, the 4 of Swords in reverse is wise administration, circumspection, economy, precaution, and testimony. Guys, this is going to go to court. Yes, it is. And we're just getting yeses all over. Next, we get the Star. This is loss, theft, and abandonment. So, this is saying, this is, so the Republicans are afraid we're going to steal it from them because they stole it from us. They're absolutely right. Marian F. Meeks stole her election. It will be taken back from her. This is in her future influence. I don't need to pull anymore. We got 2 yeses, and we got the coffin card in reverse. So, yes. Marian F. Meeks is going to go home due to a recount. That is an excellent question. Okay, my next question is from Cindy C. And Cindy would like to know, what is the energy around the Chauvin trial? This is the trial in Minneapolis, the police officer who knelt on George Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes and killed him. And actually stayed on his neck after he knew he was dead. He wanted to make sure. He killed him into the afterlife. He killed him into the afterlife. He stayed on him to make sure he was dead. Yes, he did. So what is the energy around Derek Chauvin? And I'm sorry, I have to be careful with this one because it just his energy is nauseating to me, and it brings anger, and I don't want to hold on to that. What's going to happen with the Derek Chauvin trial? What's the energy going to be like? People are, there's a lot of anxiety in Minneapolis, in in Minnesota. There's a lot of anxiety around this trial. A lot of people are afraid that it's just going to be the same old, that they are going to allow this man to get away with it. He's not going to get away with it. Oh, he's going to be prosecuted. He is going to be prosecuted. Yes, he is. But they're not gonna prosecute him to the extent he needs to be prosecuted to. But he will go to prison. Guys, justice in some manner will be served. Everybody's not going to be happy about it. I can tell you that right now. But he's going to get convicted of third degree murder. Third degree, not second, third degree. I don't know why they put it back on third degree murder. It's going to be third degree murder, and I want to say almost an assault charge. I feel like an aggravated, maybe it's aggravated. The charge is raised to aggravated in the third degree. People are not going to be happy about that. He will be convicted on a murder charge, he should have been charged with first degree premeditated murder, but they made sure they didn't give him that because that carries the death penalty. But with what he is going to be found guilty for, and that's going to be the third degree murder charge, I believe that carries like a 20 max 20. It's one of those sliding scales. Is why they gave it to him, because it can be from here to here. They are going to impose a higher level. I see them giving him 20 years. I don't see them giving him any less. But he won't get life like he should, and he won't get death like he inflicted on George Floyd. But he will be convicted of third degree murder. Okay. The other manslaughter. He'll be charged with third degree murder and manslaughter. And maybe that's the one that'll be aggravated. I'm not sure. Something will be aggravated. But it's not going to give him the type of, that's how he'll get 20 years, is because of the raising of the charge to aggravated, or with reckless abandon or something like that. Something like that will be said. Okay. My next question. Oh, and if you're wondering if there's going to be riots or things after the trial, there's going to be a presence on the day of the verdict. The city will stand in abject terror of what might happen. But once the verdict is read and he is found guilty of the third degree murder charge, people will be upset, but they will not revolt. They will not revolt because he will at least be going to jail. He will not get away with killing another black man. That's the only way I can say it. Okay. My next question is from Snoop Doggy Dog. Good morning, Snoop Doggy Dog. And Snoop Doggy Dog would like to know, will Texans suffer because of Abbott's opening up the state too early? Yes. 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 This is not a tarot question. This is a common sense question. Texas is inundated with the COVID virus. Not enough people have been vaccinated. Only the very wealthy. I'm probably thinking none of your baristas, none of your fast food people, all your 20-year-olds, your teenagers that are working in these places that people who travel like to frequent are not vaccinated, because the youth aren't first in line. Okay, so they're not vaccinated. The only people who are vaccinated in Texas right now are, except for the healthcare workers and the elderly, are the rich. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, they didn't even want to get the teachers in there first, but they want the teachers to go to school without being vaccinated. They want to open up the bars and restaurants without the workers being vaccinated. Yes, Snoop Doggy Dog. This is going to hurt Texas. And like I said on on Friday. The United States isn't going to close down as a collective, but yeah, institutions and possibly borders to some states may close because it is going to completely reverse a lot of the progress that has been made. It's going to slow down our recovery. It's going to stretch out the amount of time that we have to live this way because of people like Greg Abbott. Okay? Vote. Number one, vote these people out of office. Stop allowing these people to do what they want to do unchecked. That's us. Okay? That's us. Use your voice. Use your phone. Call those people. Tell them. If you live in Texas, tell them what you want. The Texans are suffering. The normal everyday people are suffering, and it's the normal everyday people who have to stand up and hold those people who we elect accountable for what we elected them to do. I love you guys. I know this got kind of long, and I know I ranted a lot. Kind of quirky today. I'm glad my spirits were here knocking things over and making my life difficult, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I love you guys. I love you. And remember that blessing card. Send yourself love. Send yourself love. And once you do that, you can start to change the dynamics and everything else. But without self-love, it's really hard to love anybody else truly. Okay? Love you. Remember, walk past that mirror and tell yourself, I love you. Okay? It'll make you feel better. It really will. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're wonderful. Have a fantastic day, guys. Bye-bye.